Here's the formula for success and the formula for failure. Here's the formula for failure. A few errors in judgment repeated every day. Why would we repeat an error in judgment another day? Here's why. Disaster doesn't usually fall on you at the end of that first day. If you suffer dire, disastrous consequences the first day of mistakes, see, we would quickly change. I mean, overnight, we'd be burning the midnight oil, how to avoid and change it all so that these disasters don't happen again. But failure is subtle. Failure just takes you down the road you really don't want to go, but it doesn't seem like the consequences are going to be severe at the end of the first day, at the end of the first week. But you can't let yourself get faked out. The guy says, I've been eating junk food for 30 days and look how healthy I am. See, he's faked out. He's misguided. He doesn't understand. You can't judge just after 30 days. I remember once I was talking to the kids about, judging whether something is, right or wrong, to do it or not to do it. And I had a candle, and I lit this candle, and I said to the kids, I've heard that if I put my finger in this flame, this fire of the candle, that it will burn my finger. And the kid said, yes, it will. If you put your finger in this flame from the candle, it will burn your finger. I said, well, I don't really know, but I'm willing to try it. So I stuck my finger in the candle flame like this, and I said, my finger appears to be okay. And I did it again, pulled it out, and I said, my finger appears to be okay. And they all said, no, Mr. Rohn. You can't judge whether or not the flame will burn your finger just by going like this. You've got to leave your finger in there just a little longer. I got the message. And they got the message. You can't eat junk food for a month and say, look how strong I am. Because already you have started down the wrong road, but at first the consequences aren't disastrous. Your whole life isn't upside down. You haven't ruined your whole life and you're going to have a heart attack at the end of 30 days, no. But subtly, month by month, and a little more experience eating junk food, and sure enough, now the consequences would start to show. So here's what wisdom is: trying to learn early the consequences of errors in judgment, poor behavior, poor language. And then try to learn from others that have gone down a disastrous road, and sure enough, they suffered the consequences, and you say, wow, then I'm going to change direction because I don't want those consequences. That's called being doubly smart. Doubly smart, learning from errors in judgment. Now, here's the secret to success. A few simple disciplines practiced every day. Now you're on the road to success. A few errors in judgment repeated. It's easy to repeat. But a few simple disciplines practiced every day. And you can turn anything around. Once you see that you're suffering either early consequences or severe consequences, all you have to do now is shut down that route. Pick another destination and start going that way with some easy disciplines that day by day gather momentum, and now one success leads to another, leads to another. Here's what we call that: disciplines. Easy disciplines. And then remember this in your personal development quest: all disciplines affect each other. Every discipline affects the rest. Every lack of discipline affects the rest. Every discipline you neglect affects the rest. What's interesting about success is starting a new discipline, a couple of new disciplines, and sure enough, once you've gained just a little bit of success in a couple of new disciplines, it'll inspire you to clean up the rest. It'll inspire you to fine-tune all of your other disciplines. Each new affects the rest. Each lack of discipline affects the rest. So starting on this journey of new disciplines, solving problems, going from errors in judgment to easy disciplines that can change it all. And if you start that journey, it doesn't take long for new signs of success to appear. I got such great results that first year that I made these incredible changes, learning extra skills, putting together extra disciplines, working harder on myself than on my job. The early success, the early signs of the fact that I was going to arrive at a more positive destination, I was hooked. It didn't take but a few months, less than a year, and I was hooked for life. I ask you to start that same journey. Let your new skills, new disciplines affect all of the rest and inspire you to never cease this quest for refinement of first philosophy, then activity to make your life better.